Hey, beautiful people. My name is Ayomide Tayo LT2, and you're welcome to your favorite podcast in the world, 234 Essential.
Ooh, ooh. And I am
Yeah.
Ugochi, the Eagle Stallion. Welcome, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We finally made it 2024. Yes, our first episode for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for rocking with us 2023. That
Mm-hmm.
last year, those last few weeks, it get us CB. So make una no
Ah,
vex. Make una no
honestly,
vex. Yeah.
you,
And the
I
first week
know that
of, yeah.
you promised our listeners that we're going to give them a Christmas episode.
Sorry, a promise is a debt. We'll see the other. We'll do the other Christmas. We
All
will do the
right,
other
that's
Christmas.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
Christmas was for family time. May everybody go do podcast with their own family. May una carry mic.
See,
Sit down for parlor. You can't the gist.
you understand? And the dates weren't even dating because the 24th of
Yeah,
December was a Sunday, and by that time, everybody
yeah.
had already sort of checked out. So, yeah,
Everybody
there was
already
that.
moved. Well, yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm,
we could have
mm-hmm.
recorded on like this first week, but bro, that first week I needed it to rest because my last 2 weeks in December was just mad. I beg. It was crazy. I was moving from one place to the other. Did
Mm-hmm.
Island Block Party, did Milan Block. I
Mad.
did Milan Block Party New Year, 1st of January, and I
Mm-hmm.
had to work on 2nd of January. So you know that
See,
it wasn't easy at all. So to even record was at the back of my mind. I just said, I beg, let me use this week to rest. Then we'll now start again. So here
honestly,
we are.
because we cannot, how did they say it in Yoruba? Mi ole waku. Abi?
We will waku. Yes, I can't come and
Uh,
kill myself.
as in,
Yeah.
I think that the same applies to me. To be very honest, we actually did put in effort to say that we wanted to record
Yeah.
um for the festive season. This is the truth. However, work was working. There, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. They said it was a slowdown, but like I think maybe for me personally, I had a lot of work backlog to do.
Yeah.
And I'm still catching up. I'm not there yet. So it's just been a lot of that whirlwind, trying to calm that whirlwind and like put all the talk into action, so to speak. So there's that.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been very difficult adulting from 2023 into 2024. And if you
Yeah.
feel the same way as UT2 and I, say amen because it's really loud.
You know easy. You know easy. You go
It's
to did you
been
go for church
crazy.
night?
Oh yes, I did. I
I did
went
too.
to, what church did you go to? Did you go to your church normally?
Yeah, I went to Citadel. I don't know the new name. I just been Citadel. The
Hmm.
Citadel Christian
Okay.
Church or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you know that the 24th the 31st of December fell on a Sunday per usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean per usual because like the week before was a Sunday, so this one is a Sunday. So
Yeah.
I went for mass in the morning, and then I went to a Pentecostal church in the evening for crossover. Not for
Yeah.
any particular reason, but because first it was closer to home. Um and I wanted to try something different, go into the new year with something different. So it was that. It was
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah.
They gave us they had the, you guys, disclaimer. Every time I go to a Pentecostal church, I am alarmed, not for any
Why?
bad reason. It's just the mode of worship is so different.
Obviously,
you
yes,
know
it is now. Yes, it's a
it's
culture
very,
shock.
do you get what I mean?
I think
And
when you
like,
switch from one particular
mhm,
denomination to another denomination, then it's just going to be
yes.
that culture shock, no matter what.
Honestly, it was that thing where the instruments were louder than the music, so I couldn't make out what it was that they were singing. So there was
Oh,
that
okay.
challenge. Um, yeah, but it was a fun, great service. It was the pastor who preached at the service was very, very good. Like, I don't want to say good, but like she was spirit filled, so to speak. And the theme of the year also was in line with a lot of things that I had thought about for myself, even though I've not seen it, but we're believing. This is why we go to
Manifesting.
church. Get me? We're manifesting all the promises that, and all the blessings of God in the new year. So there's that. But yeah. How was yours at Citadel? How's the crossover at
It
Citadel
was
IO?
good. Lovely service.
Mhm.
Tunde Bakari would obviously do what he knows how to do best. They did the watch word of
Mhm.
the year, did
Mhm.
everything. It was cool. If I felt refreshed, I felt good to go to church.
Amazing.
Yeah. Then I had to
Amazing.
dash out to go and record the loose talk at 1 a.m.
The
Yeah.
hustle, the grind is grinding.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. So yeah, that's what I
Doesn't.
had to do. But it was nice to go to church on that day.
Mm. I can
Yeah.
imagine. I can imagine. Um. Anyway, I don't know what else. What else do we want to talk about from crossover nights? Did you guys have a banger fireworks
Ah,
display?
it
Let me
was
not be
banger.
Raz.
See, it was banger. It's not even three sound, four sound, every sound. It was sounding. It
Oh
was
my
sounding. I just tell you that
god.
I took a boat home because if I anybody that decided to take Okada home that night or
Mhm,
say
mhm.
just take a Kemawa or more, you'd have been like all these people in Syria. You for don't chop
Honestly,
or more bombs go just deliver your body because those children were not playing. They
I
were
can
throwing it
imagine.
everywhere, man. Everywhere. It was
Really?
even worse in Steve's side. Steve's side
Mhm.
is he shares the defense with the main road. So, bro, it felt like
Okay.
he was in a
It
war
was
zone.
right to
Yeah,
his house.
where hey, it don't be today. It don't be
Oh
today.
my
But you
god.
can't take away the despite what the police says that nobody should use fireworks or anything. No more people no send though.
Did they
Don't blow
say
it
it
till they
last
won't
year?
blow. What do you say?
Did they say it last year?
They say it every December. Police come out to
Ah,
say it every December. Yeah, that they
mad
arrest
though.
anybody using fireworks, knockout, and all that stuff. But meanwhile, if you did inside churches, which policeman will come out midnight on 31st of
Exactly.
New Year to come and start arresting people?
Exactly.
No make sense now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I would say that for a fact, it's such a different experience celebrating Christmas or New Year on the island because first off, we don't even get to hear banger. All we hear is a lot of fireworks. But even at
Yeah.
that, I didn't get to see a lot of fireworks display personally. I don't think that my mood was right at the beginning of the year. Just I
Yeah.
don't know. I just
It
felt sort
happened.
of off. Yeah, I just felt sort of off. It wasn't, don't worry, it wasn't the New Year blues or anything. It was just a lot happening in the girl's mind, pretty much.
Mm.
But yeah, it was fun. The traffic, of course, traffic. There was a lot of traffic. There was major traffic on the island. That is what I am setting off. The traffic was crazy. There were people moving. I don't want to say mad, but like expressing themselves in different ways. I remember seeing like a guy from his sunroof shooting fireworks and the car was moving at top speed, so there was that,
Say,
you know
Daredevil, Mad Max.
you get what I mean.
Mm.
And I think
Well,
in all it was just chilled, really. I wish we had the banger theme because but these children here don't play banger. I don't know, they look at their iPads and do something else. I don't know, but they're not playing
They told
banger
you
sha.
back on the iPad.
Pretty much, and
Yeah.
catching up on their series and their YouTube shows, pretty,
Mm.
But yeah, it was good. I spent Christmas on the mainland with my family. Great
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. You told me.
Yeah, my niece was christened on the 24th of December.
Ah,
So
that's
that was
nice.
do you get what I mean? It was such a good time to spend time with family and my immediate family and extended family, and just ushering the 25th of December as well. Um, I was really encumbered with a lot of things, mostly things that were happening in my head. So I wouldn't say that I enjoyed the holiday, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's that. Did you
Well,
enjoy
me,
your holiday?
I kind of enjoyed the holiday because I moved out a bit. Saw
Mm-hmm.
people. At least I won't say I attended events because events I went to were just basically for work. But it
Yeah.
was cool. Sha. It was cool at the end of the
Okay.
day. Yeah, it
Okay.
was alright. And
Sounds like.
anything I missed, I saw it on social media because the December was really
Mhm.
dirty. It was dirty.
Listen,
Shout out to
big.
there are two people I want to give a
Mhm.
shout out to this December, this dirty December.
Yes.
First of all,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Whiskey. Whiskey took it personal
Okay.
this December. It was
Really?
like since I've been away for the last 2 years. No, I've not really done dirty December. You people in Lagos, I want to do Dirty
Wants to
December.
show us.
Every fucking day, guy was active somewhere. I'm like, bro,
I love it
are you
all.
not tired? You now
Are
even
you
released
tired?
like a new EP again based on, I'm like, bro, we get it. This Dirty December now, you get up. No
I
drag,
swear.
nobody's dragging it to you. Yeah. Then the second person is Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage decided
Mm-hmm.
that, you know what, I won't do many shows, but all the clothes, all
Mm-hmm.
the fine clothes I've been that I bought for this year, I'll show all the clothes this December.
Wearing
Every
it
single
all.
day, she was just dropping. Allah,
Love
mommy
it.
jump jump, mommy jump down. Take it easy. We understand. We know. Calm
Love
down.
it.
Calm down for these small girls now. Haba.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But Dirty December was lit. It was like, I think Lagos took back. He told Ghana that. He told Accra like, yo, just give me back my crown. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly.
It was really mad. It was really mad. A lot of IGGBs in the building too.
Listen. There were plenty. I didn't
Mm.
catch up with. To be very honest, I think that that's also a down part for me. Not maybe not completely sad, but it was just a down part for me. A lot of my IJGB friends, I didn't catch up with anybody. I maybe saw them once, at different times, but I didn't follow up or catch up. I was really swamped with a lot to do for myself, for work.
Now, me, I caught up. Oh. Shout out to all the IGGB fans that I met this December.
Mhm.
You guys
Hmm.
rock. Yeah,
Love it. And all the
yeah,
IJGB fans that also that all our IJGB friends that came back and had reached out in one way or the other say, "Oh, Gucci, well, let's meet up, let's hang out." You guys, this year, last year's that December was really not for me. I think from
yeah.
the jump, I already knew that I wasn't going to be out.
Mm-hmm.
um I already had planned that, okay, you know what, I would make the trip to Abuja. Once I come back, it's family time, and that's how I wanted it to go. But away from that, it wasn't also intentional not meeting up with anyone. It was more a lineup of activities, and I didn't know how. And see, Uber fares were not
Ah, no,
smiling.
let's not. I've said it that 2023 is last time
Hey,
that me and Uber, Bolt, in drive. December
claim
2024.
it.
Whether hook or by crook, whether
It
it's
must be
true legit
mobile.
or Instablock Ninja way, it must be mobile. I cannot be dashing these people house. And it's when they are
Listen,
proud. They will just put it there, stay 15,000. I'm like, where are we going to, please?
you understand?
It's not just Lekki here that we're going to. Ikeja
See, I
GRE,
think
they'll put 4,000. Haba.
see,
Fear
I
God.
think that you guys had more friendly pricing, because I said to cross my road just to get to the other side, that middle hall side of the road.
Mhm.
It was almost 7,000 naira on
No, is
Uber.
that your area? I hardly went there. If I had to go there, then or more. I just know that I'm spending like
Ah,
10K. 10K in the afternoon to go there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It wasn't
And
even
10K going
funny.
back. Yeah.
No, it was a difficult experience to go
Yeah.
through, because nobody deserves that kind of amount of money, and this is us trying to even be frugal, really. In fact, no
Or more.
regrets from
No matter how you can, there's no matter how you want to be frugal in December. That December will collect your money.
on
It will
God.
collect. There's no how. It will collect
it
it. You
really
cannot be stingy December.
it really collect them all. It really
Yeah.
collect them, because I don't understand how the thing go, really.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm really grateful for how we went. I think that we've already started the podcast with the flow, pretty much. But
Yeah. Let's just tell people. If you're a first time listener, 234
mm-hmm,
Essential is that podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience and helps you understand life in this great country of ours. If you're
mm-hmm.
an old time listener, thank you guys for rocking with us 2023. And we are back 2024 as usual.
Yep.
Regular schedule. Yeah.
Listen.
You want to send us fan mail or release therapy, which is a section of the segment of the podcast where people with love wahala can come and send their stories to us and we try to decipher it for them. You
Love
can also do
it.
that at famila234essential.com.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcasts. Very important.
Very
Also,
important thing.
a big shout out to every tribe member that has, in one way or the other, supported us throughout the journey. 3 year journey, ongoing 4 year journey of 234 Essential Podcast. Um, I know a couple people had seen our drop at the end of the year 2023. We want to thank everyone who engaged with that, who wished us well, who gave us a shout out, who
Yeah,
reposted. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. We do this passionately every week because we know that at least one person or 10 people are listening to 234 Essential.
Ugochi, do you know
So
how
yeah,
December was so bad? You know how December was so bad?
tell me.
Nana disturbed us. The deadline is coming. Like, no, go,
Do you
bro. Let's
understand?
calm down. Anytime
Oh
you see
my
him, you
god.
see him. I'm
Do you
tired. I beg. I'm tired.
understand?
Guys, are
No,
you recorded? No, bro. Calm down. Calm down.
see, the rollout did not roll out the way that we planned, but it rolled out either way. Really, like it was more. It's supposed to be something more, experiential in the rollout, but
Yeah, very
we made it work.
seamless. Well, Omo,
Exactly.
that December did not allow. So
See, no, I think, but first off, big shout out to Nana and AOT too. This is personally from me. Um, Throughout the festive season, Nana made sure to like be in touch and ensure that we
yeah, it
were on
was.
track.
Yeah, it was.
And then I think the great part of the synergy between AOT2 and I on this podcast is that we are able to pick up each other time after time, either way, right? And shout out to you, AOT2, because there were days when you had reached out to me that, oh, let's record today. And I'm just like, I can't do it today. I'm not in the mood. And it's just like, okay, you know what? I understand. All right, let's leave it. Let's let it go. So yeah, big shout out to you. Thank you for the level of understanding.
No Allah.
It's not easy sometimes, like scheduling or like cutting out time or creating time. Let me not say cutting out time, but like creating time to do 234 Essential, especially right now. The way the world is going, the way Nigeria is really giving us because Nigeria is not even smiling at the moment, and there's been a lot of ups, no downs, ups in the cost of living in Nigeria, and that we never take into cognizance how that takes a mental toll, and if a mental, physical, and financial toll on the average Nigerian. So
Yeah,
it's crazy. Well, big ups to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Thank you,
thank you very
AOT.
much.
Thank you, Nana.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's jump into fan mail. It's been a while. I think we have like
it
three fan
has.
mails.
Okay.
Fan mail number one. Yeah, this is from a 234 essential family. She sent this last year, late last year, but it got mixed in the sorting of the mail in the baggage. I'm sure she didn't use the proper
Yes.
stamp. Toyosi,
Oh
please be using the proper stamp. Thank you very much.
my
All
god.
right. Toyosi starts the mail by saying, "You guys, three exclamation marks or points."
You
That is
guys.
so on brand of her.
I
I've been
promise
wanting
you.
to I've been wanting to write you for a minute, but I haven't had enough quiet in my brain to write out my thoughts or feelings. It's crazy, man, but I've sort of decided to maybe start storming you guys with the thoughts that keep me up at night because I have insomnia. So you go
Really?
so you do be tough getting some good sleep. If I wake
Mm,
up tomorrow, I don't feel so naked because I've put out my life's dilemma in this meal. Maybe I'll continue. I was just randomly thinking about the year and all the many things that happened inside it, and I'm not really sure what to make of it. I mean, last year my major dilemma was leaving my toxic tech job. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but here I am in Nottingham catching cold, smiling, laughing emoji with tears. I'm grateful for that blessing, even though sometimes, actually most of the time, I worry for my new life here. LOL. You see, when I got here, I didn't have any expectations whatsoever. Yeah, it was scary leaving my parents, and I cried and crowed and crewed. Well, the way my life has ended this year has really reminded me of how much really have no control over the future. And I say this for so many reasons. I'll just say one. I really thought I was going to finally experience love this year, and I thought it was on track. Oh. I actually thought I was
God,
building a bond with somebody I really, really liked. But then break my heart when I entered UK. See, I want to
hi.
laugh, but it wasn't even funny. Sorry. God, I beg. Every time I actually think about this thing, it actually muzzles me because a part of me knew it was going to happen. But every time I try to shut things down because I had expectations, that weren't being fulfilled. There was reassurance, but it came in like small doses. You know those types that excite you for a minute and then boom, they take your excitement away again.
Mm.
After them break my heart finish, while they try pick up the pieces, they still tell me say they won't retain my friendship as per I'm a cool babe. Oshé. I tried to do the friendship thing for like a few weeks, but I see say I know if you continue am. I realized that I was trying to do the friendship thing because I wasn't ready to fully let go. And I thought that maybe
Yeah.
the relationship could just be nurtured and morph into something else. But who am I deceiving? Limau
Mm.
or LMAO? Exclamation mark.
Mm. Mm.
Why do I have to act cool and be open to a friendship I know is very uncomfortable for me? I know how this shit works. I've been there and I've done it. The only difference is that I'm more self-aware, and so I know that this friendship feels like a compensation
Mm.
that isn't really beneficial to me. After thinking about the situation and the other few ones I've been in, I can say for a fact that all the guys I've really liked, including the rubbish boy from SS3 far,
God, I
have all
beg.
effortlessly made my anxiety build. At the end of the day, they leave me with no answers, but then they still offer me stupid mixed signals that leave me wondering. And not just that. When they fuck up, because I promise you the problem has never been me. Let's be honest. Ugochi doesn't think I've been in a relationship, sha, and I agree. I was 19 the last time I had a boyfriend. But these boys think they have so much power, they try to dictate to me what the relationship should look like. After
Mm-hmm.
and because of my stupid feelings, I find myself in the same situations over and over again. It's so silly because how am I just realizing that I'm really not going to die if I decide I can't be friends with this person? But a part of me is also attached, and I think that's the problem. I think it's mostly fear though. Fear that I have to deal with loneliness again. I fear that the type of love that I crave is non existent at home and abroad. This is
Mm.
interlinks now. By the way, I joined some dating apps. Let's just say I'm not going back there because I know if you allow white man, I beg. Nigerian women are white men. I don't understand. But one day we'll talk about it. Moving on.
In- no, I think that there are some women who don't mind like dating white men,
They're in
but
the
she said she
minority
don't
and they're
feel.
looking for a green card, my sister. I'm not
Are you?
particularly sure. I'm just joking. I'm not particularly sure if I was trying to make any point when I started writing this. If you leave me, I feel the right they go. I think I was also trying to make sense of my feelings and experiences, and I can see the lessons now. I feel like I need to be more assertive with my choices and the people I share my energy with, because the truth is, I'm a good person and a kind lover. But I've also spent too much time around time wasters. If you ask me in January if I would be at this point with this person, I would have laughed my small breast off. Breast where they manage. God, this is so toyosi. I know the find romance right. I know the find romance right now, Sha. I'm currently facing my studies and working multiple jobs. Small work, please, oh, you know big. But I'll
Mm.
soft block him, Sha. Can't be disgracing my inner body like this. Next year, I want a really big job because I'm not sure where I'm going to start when I finish my documentary journalism degree.
Mm.
Sorry for the long kini. Now, why I did studied storytelling. I told they talk. Apologies. And that's for my girl, PLC in the UK.
That's it. Foreign connect is given. Man,
It's
I
not
feel like
easy.
I know. I feel like I know this story all too much, and I'm holding or refraining myself from jumping at it at the first go. Do you want us to talk about it now, or do you want us to go through the remaining fan mails and then we'll
No,
circle
let's talk
back? I
about it
think,
now. Let's talk about it
yeah.
now.
I mean, do you have any advice? Do you have anything to say to Toyosi though?
No, I don't know because I'm not in this stage of my life, so I don't know. Over to you,
Um,
Ugochi.
okay, so I'm probably not going to talk about it just from a Toyosi perspective, but just like in general. Um, I think that women or females, I don't know about men, are sometimes caught in this web where there's somebody that you like, but the person doesn't like you same way in return, and they're not giving you the energy that you deserve or you need, and then you're forced to either scale down or scale up. And scaling up doesn't mean like scaling up into the relationship, it's scaling up into a higher friend zone. So scaling down to a friend zone and scaling up into a higher friend zone where the person is still trying to want to be intimate with you because they are aware that you like them. And but they don't want to commit to you.
Yeah.
I don't know who benefits from this sort of relationships, but really, 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 it really just leaves like a lot of sadness, and a lot of distrust and a lot of brokenness in its wake. To be honest, it doesn't do much for anybody. And if you're like if your story is similar to what Toyosi has just mentioned here, um I think that it's okay to let go of that relationship. It's not a it's not a die on the line matter. It's not hard or fast. There are no rules to of engagement, particularly when it comes to um being friend zoned by the person you care about. Don't get me wrong. There is no tailored to approach. There are some women who have been with people who said, "Oh, I don't want to have anything to do with you," and they go on to lead a friendship with this person, and then it later changes into something beautiful and it blossoms. Blah blah blah. Everybody has their different, unique stories. However, if you really genuinely like a guy and he's not giving you that energy, please, my love, don't force it. Don't go into a space. And I think this might go both ways, really, for both genders. If you're with a girl who doesn't really dig you, there's nothing to prove. The person doesn't just like you. And if they made it clear through whatever thing, body language, um vocally saying it to you, however they've put it across to you, don't try to say, oh, maybe that's not what they mean. Because to be very honest, I've been a young and impressionable girl at some point in my life, and I know that this is sometimes the thought process. Oh, maybe that's not what he means. Maybe if I give him small time, he'll just come out. Please go on with your life. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but please move on. Also try not to entertain those excesses that you had accepted previously because you had tried to open the lines of communication. Please don't be entertaining long conversations. They'll not change you to they're not turn you into therapist. They don't start telling you about all the other problems. You to not be listening so that you can find a way to connect. There's no need. There's no need to force friendships. There's no need to force relationships. There's no need to force someone to be with you. It's a hard pill to swallow, but many times people are very clear. And I find that, to be very honest, and I'll say this, please nobody should quote me anywhere, but I find that many times men can be very, very clear with what they want. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes they're very clear. They don't want something, they tell you, I don't want this thing. But because of course in our head there's a little bit of la la land that's living there. And we want to paint the perfect picture. It's just that thing where, oh yeah, he might say yes tomorrow, so let me continue. No, he will not say yes tomorrow. And even if he does, let him come around later to say, okay, I have realized, and blah blah blah. But don't try to always want to influence the process. This is not, again, as I said, a hard and fast rule. Some people it works differently, some others it works differently. But if you have declared your love for a person first and the person doesn't reciprocate or feel the same way, you can't beg them to be with you, pretty much, because any other thing would actually look like begging. um I can also imagine, like, for Toyosi, now circling back to Toyosi, I can imagine how this already feels, even being in a new everything, new environment, new country, new continent, everything is new. And then you're hoping that you get there and find some level of grounding with somebody that you like, and you have expressed yourself to, like, oh, I like this person. Well, their loss, really, because you, sweetheart, are such a damsel and you're such a rare gem, and anybody who has the honor of being in a relationship with you is definitely lucky. So yeah, move on. You'll find your light man, how do you say, knight in shiny armor. It comes with time. Sometimes the best relationships just happen on you, you don't even see them coming. So yeah, just keep your head up, chin up, you'll be fine.
Yep, yep, yep. Shout out to you, Toyosi. When I go to start sending us pounds. Anyway,
Very
fan mail
soon.
two. Fan mail two. This is from Mr.
Ah,
Fantastic. Not to be confused with Mr. Fantastic Sonny Neji, who sang that song many, many
yep.
moons ago. Hi, Ugochi and AOT2. I was taken aback by Ugochi bluntly stating that Americans don't have culture. Are you kidding me? This is a country with over 200 million people with so much diversity that has intermingled from all over the world. Should I start with the hip hop culture and the Charlie Poppy you are dancing to this December? Ugochi did not dance to Charlie Poppy this December.
I didn't.
Um, the sneakers and jeans you wear, the hoodies, or to celebrity culture in Hollywood and their music industry. I would add the culture of many people owning private vehicles that you guys have imported from America to Lagos without thinking of even attempting to develop the infrastructure to account for the traffic. I'm sorry, but this is the dumbest thing I've heard in a while. As dumb
God,
as
I beg.
Iwayan was saying Igbos developed Lagos and made swampy lands habitable. or Mongo Park discovered the River Niger. Sorry, when you wrote this email, is it that they didn't give you jollof rice for Christmas, or I don't understand? It was
He's really
American. I'll
upset.
take offense. You can't be American and take offense because Americans don't listen to people outside their country. You don't adapt a lot from
Snob.
someone's culture and environment and then go back and speak trash about them. Later, you complain that you don't want to share control of Lagos State with you, Mr. Fantastic. All right. Ugochi, this is for you. Happy New Year. Uh,
Man,
go
this
go
buzz
ahead.
this buzz boost is really intense, but like I take no offense. As I said what I said.
No shit.
And I know,
Not the
I
podcast,
think
ladies and gentlemen. It's just I said what I
do you
said.
get what I mean? I think that maybe we should have spoken towards the trajectory of why I said it, as opposed to breaking like some, how do I put it, some assets of culture down to me. So you have spoken, he has spoken, he had mentioned some elements. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to go into this. I don't know you, you don't know me. Me, I know why I said what I said. You know why you said what you
Can I just
said. I don't.
interject?
Yes, please.
There's an example you gave about hip hop. Do you know that hip hop
Mm,
came from Jamaica?
okay.
Because dancehall gave birth to hip hop. And if you look at dancehall and Jamaicans are predominantly descendants of the people who were tragically stolen or sold from
Mhm,
Africa to
mhm,
the Caribbean.
mhm,
So
mhm.
you understand that how culture is 360, and a lot of the things that we do today are not really originate like American, like Native American. I wouldn't say Native
Yeah,
American, 'cause that's a different thing,
yeah.
but it's not organically from them. But I understand what you're trying to
Mhm.
say. Well, calm down
I
for
get
Jesus
it.
Christ. Yeah,
So I think that that was where this conversation was eventually going to go to. You pick you need your nitpicking aspects of a culture. So if the Igbo woman ties rapper and the Yoruba woman ties rapper and the Hausa woman also ties rapper, you then say, "Oh yeah, this is the thing that oh Igbo women," but everybody ties rapper, right?
yeah. It's just like
The
Ashwebi. Ashwebi is not a Nigerian thing. It's no longer like everybody wears Ashwebi now. So
Do you get what I mean? So
yeah,
like when I spoke about culture, I was speaking more towards, no, I don't think I'm going to say, I'm not going to say what I'm going to explain that, because
should
again,
we move to family three?
I'm almost done with this one, to be honest.
Okay,
Because the question wasn't what I meant. The question was more this person's perspective, and I see his perspective. And I sort of agree with what he's talking about. However, that's not where I was coming from. But yeah, I get you, Sha. So
okay.
moving on.
Moving
I
on.
don't think I don't think the attack was necessary, but I hear you.
I say no chop. They don't give an Christmas jollof. All right, family
In,
three. This is from
mm-hmm.
Anonymous. Hi guys, happy holidays and keep up the good work. I listened to the last episode where you guys discussed the financial requirements for an enjoyable December holiday in Nigeria. First of all, that amount that we even mentioned, it was around what? Go to like 15M? 10
Yeah.
to 15M, Abi. I think it just
Mm.
we go shift and go 20 based on some doings. Some doings. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
I listened to
God.
the last episode where you guys discussed the financial requirements for an enjoyable dirty for a December holiday in Nigeria. Dirty
Mm.
December. As someone that did the whole dirty December thing in 2021 and 2022, I'd like to share my perspective, which differs from what was mentioned in the episode. Brother, just
Okay.
remember that the Nigeria of 2021 and 2022 is like 10 years
Very
ago.
different. I swear.
What we saw in 2023, it was Shege Pro Max.
Mhm.
Inflation.
Listen.
Contrary to what was suggested, I found that you
Skyrocketed.
don't need to expend extravagantly to have a memorable time. For instance, hiring personal security or rent luxury cars isn't necessary. And Uber suffices for transportation. Bro, this I have to cut you here first of all.
Do you
The
get what
dirty
I
December
mean?
I was talking about was the people that came to come and cause havoc in Lagos. This is
Mm-hmm.
a second tier or third tier. I'm talking about the first tier. The people who
Exactly.
they shake the Lagos well. But moving on, the key is budgeting wisely. In my last visit, I set aside $4,000 to $5,000, excluding cost of Airbnb and flights. My friends and I, who have similar budgets, pooled our funds for outings, emphasizing the importance of not being wasteful and avoiding expenses on those who don't contribute. Sir, the purpose of Dirty December, sorry to cut your email short, is to live
Mm.
extravagantly, lavishly. Spend your see as next of kin. Spend the money that they've already earmarked for next of kin. Blow the
Empty
money.
your coffers.
Empty. Just when the prodigal son emptied his father's account. Empty it.
Do you
That's why it's
understand?
called dirty. It's not called clean December or slightly muddy December. Dirty
Mm-mm.
December. That will lead you to
Stained.
penury. Dirty December that will lead you
Yes,
to penury in January. Yes.
honestly.
We preferred home
No
cooked
regret.
meals. We preferred home cooked meals over frequent visits to upscale restaurants, reserving those for special occasions or dates. This budget also included expenses for leisure activities like clubbing and concerts, where we will book tables as a group. The aim was to enjoy collectively and responsibly. We also pre-arranged social connections, chatting with locals before arriving in Nigeria, which meant our social calendar was planned and we didn't really rely on meeting people spontaneously at clubs.
Mm.
Regarding gaming, we chose to focus on outdoor activities rather than renting game consoles. Our approach to spending, including on drinks and food stocked at home, ensured we had a great time without excessively being lavish. By the end of the vacation, we often had money left over. While the episode mentioned a higher budget, possibly due to currency devaluation, you don't want to talk away with the go now.
You
I believe
understand?
that 4 to 5K is sufficient for a fulfilling holiday in Lagos, considering this is money saved throughout the year. Anonymous.
Mm.
My guy,
Mm.
let me give you a profile of everything you've done right now is your average Lagos guy that goes to club every week.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
what you've just done. This is not dirty
Mm-hmm.
December profile. This is just our boys where they Lagos where they go to Obi's on Monday, they go to
You
secret
understand?
is this secret palace or secret place on a
Secret
Friday or
palace. Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah, then they say, oh, let's go to Elisha on a Sunday. This is not dirty, but this is not dirty December. This is Lagos living on a normal chill week, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Come on. We're talking about people that from Mutala Mohammed, you know, they hear wow, wow. They don't they tinted something. Tinted
Oh
something.
my
People that have
word.
they party with Davido on Friday, party with Whiskey on Saturday. Then okay, nobody parties with Burna Boy because Burna Boy is on his own.
Mm-hmm.
But you understand what I'm trying to say? That is what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Reckless spending. Money that you slap people with money in the club. You spread the
And
money. That's
disgrace
what we're talking
them.
about.
Did you
These
get?
budgets, well, no, we know they Nigerians know they do budgets for December. Spend the
Mm-hmm.
money. You know,
Pretty
see our Igbo
much.
brothers for East. Brothers, spend the money. Why you budgeting on
Listen.
December again? There's no budget in December. That's why it's called dirty December. There's nothing like there's
Mm-hmm.
no restraint. That's
Mm-hmm.
my own 2 cents. I'll be 2 naira.
Big shout out to Flavor for releasing, of course, like the December anthem for we
Omo,
Igbo people.
that song was everywhere.
Jigga.
Everywhere I went to, they play that shit.
Listen,
They
no
play that
power
shit.
mode. Do you
No,
get what I
no.
mean?
Were you on TikTok? Pause. Were you on TikTok when that trend happened? Wait, just
Which
tell me
one?
when you. So you know how Igbos go to the village every year, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know how it is very. It's not even possible. You know how it is commonplace for you just see like an Igbo man in his 40s or 50s. He's a trader. He deals in
Mm-hmm.
goods. But when you see him in
Mm-hmm.
Lagos, he's wearing shorts, t-shirts. He has one
Mm-hmm.
palasa phone. But
Yeah.
in the village, man has two mansions, right?
Yep. Big guy.
So what happened in TikTok this year was that all the kids of all these Igbo men, whether they're based abroad or whether they're based in Nigeria, when they traveled back home, they now did like TikTok videos of the mansions in the east. See,
Hmm.
for that
My
1 week,
God.
TikTok shake. TikTok
I
was
can
on
imagine.
fire. The TikTok office, they for know some more. This it is
These
hot.
guys. Do you
There was one build.
understand?
There's one build that said, "Let me show you my father's two mansions." You go see how like God damn.
Hmm.
Steve even
Oh
went to
my
the east.
God.
Steve went to the east during December,
Mm-hmm.
right? He said when it comes to partying in December, say Lagos try. Say Lagos not the chairman. Say Lagos. They say,
Mm-hmm.
boy, say you see the east.
No, it's different. It's so
Maximum
different.
balling. The day,
Listen.
the day that a spotlight can be put on that part of the country, and there can be like
Mm-hmm.
an official dirty December there, bro. Lagos, you see, Nigeria will be too hot in December. It will be too
See,
hot. No, everybody go just dey fly. You just say jets they fly up
everybody
and
will
down.
burn. Do you
Yeah,
get what I
everybody will
mean?
ball. Yeah.
So I
This
think
so
for this,
yeah, continue.
so I no finish. So I will just I want to talk about this person's
So
fan mail.
I was just say that maybe I don't know how they do in the north though, but you see in the south when it comes to December,
Mhm.
bro, the ego money must flow, my guy. There's no point
Listen,
holding the money. Reckless
there's no
spending.
need.
Yeah.
No, you need to spend the money because if you have money, then like why do they call people odogu if they're not going to spend money? Do you get what I
Because
mean?
spend that
Like
now. Let the
odogu,
money flow through the community now.
You get it? The Odogu is the real, that's the real spender. You get what I mean? But anyway, I think like this person who sent the fan mail about balling on a budget. First of all, 5,000 USD right now is about how much? 6, 7, 8 million in Nigeria.
5,000 is like probably 5.2, 5.3 mil.
What's conversion are you using? One
I'm
one one
using
two.
1.2. Yeah, I'm using 1.2
Okay,
based on the
so
last time, and I think it's still that point.
okay, so that's about, let's say 5, 6. Let's say 5, 6 million points,
Yeah,
right? That's a lot of money already for to spend in 1 month for bowling. But then again, then we move it into Dirty December already. Almost the idea for the average person coming to Nigeria or Lagos, especially to celebrate Dirty December, is to live lavish. The
just
idea
go
is not to
and
eat
die.
at home. Do you understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
The idea is not to eat at home. The idea is to be out everywhere. And then this person also mentioned Uber fares. See, if you see the Uber fare this December, you will not
I'm
go
sure some
anywhere.
Uber men have built houses already. They've built
No,
houses.
it
At least they
has
don't
to.
do decking. They don't do
Though
decking. Show me.
they have to, because
Yeah.
a friend of mine was telling me that from Ikota Villa to phase one,
Mm-hmm.
Ikota Villa to phase
Yeah.
one, she paid 12,000 naira
Yeah.
in Uber.
I didn't know at this
And
time
this
they're not
was,
begging. They're not
do
even
you get
begging.
what I
Please,
mean?
is it card or cash? Okay, it's card, Abby. They don't
See,
they don't cancel them already. They don't get time. They don't have time.
immediately
They,
they were not taking any card triple card way.
nothing like that. Card care. That guy. What's
No,
that?
no. This December this year was very different.
It
And
was
to
it was surprising because I thought we would do it very
yeah,
low key. Nigerians came out in anger. Like fuck this, man.
see, it's just like, man, if we perish, we perish. We spend this. See, tonight we ride.
We would die. It's like
Listen.
somebody said 30 December in Lagos is very, very extreme. Said, why is it
Mm-hmm.
that on 31st I'm in my church and I open my eyes and I'm seeing Rema and Justin Sky in my church? Can somebody explain? Or you close your eyes, you just see Davido and his crew.
Oh
Why?
my
Even
god.
if you ask for the Lord, you people are doing why?
No, they
Go,
need
leave
to.
us
But
alone.
they need to come and praise God now into the new
Oh,
year. How
yeah,
far?
yeah,
They need to
mm,
praise God. Author
yeah,
and
no,
finisher of our faith. They need to go
yeah,
and say,
man,
"Well done, sir."
yeah,
No,
man, but
but I mean,
but bro,
I
this
think
this your death December was conservative, and I like the way you're saving money. But me, the things
yeah.
I saw, the things I've seen, oh, bro,
Mm-hmm. It
bro,
wasn't funny.
that 5 million, I think boys they throw for Secret Palace without. I be secret. Is it Secret Place or Secret Palace?
Secret Palace.
Okay, Secret Palace. That's what they throw in one night too. Yeah.
See, and away from that, maybe this is more like a guide to having a frugal dirty December as an
Waiting.
IJW.
Nobody remembers Frugal Dirty December. Nobody
See,
remembers that.
see,
Nobody remembers it. Frugal.
big shout out to Oloye. He was in Nigeria
Oh,
for
for real?
the.
Oh, that's dope.
I swear, he had the most amazing time because not only I'm enjoying this December, honestly, as in he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, big shout out also to Tochukwu and Gabby. I'm sorry I couldn't meet up with you guys. They also wanted to come on 234, however, and
Omo,
because
that na mission
yeah,
impossible.
we
Because from my
couldn't.
place to Ugochi's place, it will
Hmm,
not
it was
intercontinental
a.
traveling.
I swear, interstate travel.
Hmm.
This one, the 50% did not apply to anything.
That 50%, I'm
The
like, so if the 50% no, the waiting become with the original price now. Please, so please,
no,
so can somebody tell me?
saying
It's
that
mad.
50% was too wild. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I was reading one report after where some I think one of these ministers was saying that quoting some kind of weird numbers like something that hundred thousands of Nigerians benefited from the 50.
Those are
Guy,
not living. Those are living the states now. We're not the people that are inside the states. You not call Uber say make Uber give us 50%. You know, not do that one. Now that one they pay me pass.
it was too reckless, really. Like the December, I don't know about any. shout out to
But the
Nigerians
people
because
that
they
entered
really
the train, sha, they were happy. Oh. The train one, you sweet them. Oh.
mm,
That shit is
I
free.
can imagine.
Free up to today,
Mm-hmm.
safe. Yeah, it was free till up to
Oh
7.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Today's the last day. After
mad.
that, they go back to regular programming.
Hmm. Well, the new year has begun, and by the 8th of January, children will be going back to school. A lot of
Oh,
businesses will be back
hold up.
into
Oh.
yes, a lot of businesses will be back into full swing. Um, and life will return to what it used to be: traffic, pollution, aggression, shouting, and all the things that are riddled with
No
living
grief for
in.
anybody. 2024. No grief for anybody.
See,
Red Zam.
you-
Red Zam. Red
how
Zam.
see, how that thing became our how that
Nigerians are
thing became the
wired.
type.
We are wired weirdly.
See,
Like,
honestly,
we can't decide on politics, tribe, religion. But they just on weird shit that everybody just wake up one day and say, that is it. Let's go.
see.
That's our watchword for the year. No grief for anybody. I'm like,
But yes,
how did we enter this one again now? Well, hey,
see,
we are here.
but true, no grief for anybody. This
Mhm.
2024, and I say this to myself as encouragement because me be like saying I don't really they give up before the year don't even start. But
Anybody will give me bass, I give them boss. I give you one for good measure, extra
see,
one for good measure.
listen, I think that I think I'll say something to this whole thing. I already have an idea of what it is I feel or I'm going
Yeah,
through. But personally, I'm in a mental space right now where I'm experiencing a lot of doubts in
yeah, it
self,
happens.
in my abilities. Um I don't think I've been the kindest person to myself in recent times. And it's cutting across everything that I'm doing. If you follow me on socials, normally I'm not a social media person, but there was a time I was trying to put in effort, but like it just went flatline again. And I don't know. I've been struggling mentally with a lot of things as a matter of fact. And I find that even though a lot of the struggle is almost self-inflicted. I won't say that is self-inflicted completely. It's just that space where I've not been able to circle around even agreeing to the mantra of no grief for anybody because me even myself I know they give I never agree for myself, and that's how I don't know, this mantra, I really hope that I tie into it before the year runs out. I really look forward to doing that because really, why am I in this space right now? Why do I feel this way? And I feel that it's also affecting like everything that I'm doing. So it's a really weird place for me. And as much as I love the theme of this year's, or what do they call it? The motto of this year's
Yeah, the watchword. No grief for
the watch
anybody.
watch for 2024, no grief for anybody. I'm charging myself. This is me charging myself to say Ugochi, no grief for anybody 2024,
Yes.
including myself. No grief. I no grief for myself this 2024. I must rise above all of this that I'm facing currently. So
Yeah.
yeah. Have you
Okay.
adopted this watchword already?
I not adopt time. Tattooed on my heart.
Love it.
Yeah.
Completely love it. Is how it just became very popular in a very short time for me.
Nigerians, we are just weird like that.
I love it all. Really, really. But I hope it's not just a Lagos thing. I hope that people all over Nigeria are also feeling
Ah,
like no,
we'll
no
find
grief
out
for
very
any
soon. We'll find out very
honesty.
soon. It's not
Fair
hard.
point. Fair
Okay.
point.
X of the week. Um, Let me dig it out.
Mhm.
So this is based on the trending topic, the 2024's current trending topic or first trending topic. I'm sure
Mm.
you guys have seen it. The food and Nigeria, maybe because there's famine in the land, people take food very seriously in relationships. I don't know, but anyway, this lady tweeted, "Single babe where they bring 2 spoons to eat with married man for office. What will be your plan?" And a young gentleman, Kestim underscore said, "Acts of cervix." Cervix spelled as CERVIX. Hmm. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my god.
I think this is where we begin with. Okay, so we've talked about end of 2023. Dirty December recap. Um, have we spoken about plans for 2024?
No, not yet.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, oh yeah. Let's go. What are our plans for
Should we,
2024?
so are we skipping X of the week breakdown and then moving
Oh no,
into
you
the
can break it down.
plans?
Sorry, don't mind me. Don't mind. You can break it
Oh,
down. Let's
okay.
break it down.
I heard
Food in
I
the
heard that
office.
gist. I
Oh
heard that
no.
gist actually that there was some woman who was talking about
Osage. I
um
may say Osage. Ugochi. That woman is a
yeah.
millionaire now. She's a
I
millionaire.
hear oh, I heard that
Hey.
people are dashing her things.
They say they've given her. They say they've given her land. That's the last one I heard. Land or house.
Oh God, I beg. She make I no carry my problem go social media like this. Made them solve am
Because
for me.
they said a little sleep, a little slumber. What does the Bible
Hmm.
say? Hmm. This woman wakes up
Listen.
4:30 a.m. to cook for her husband, and she opened her mouth to say it. And instead of shame and
Hmm.
disgrace, she got what? She got food.
Money.
Money. Even Kuda
Money.
Bank said the current amount that you have right now, we're going to double it. And that was around 2.3 million
Hey,
around that period. So they just give her like around
God.
2 million. Hey, hey, hey.
See,
Me, I kuku
I
tweeted. I tweeted though. Me that I record broadcast 4:30 a.m. They never give me money. What is this? What is this all about, please?
it's
What is
not it's
going
not as
on?
it's not as technical as cooking. That's why they didn't give
Okay.
you it.
Oh, it's not sexy
No,
enough
you're
as
not.
cooking.
Do you
Okay.
understand? If you say
Yeah.
now that you wake up in the morning to bathe your children in Ibadan by four
Not really
thirty,
bad
I'm
though.
sure they
It's
give
Akure.
you money. But I mean, I think I read the gist where the a woman was talking about waking up in the morning, and I think her husband had said that somebody in the office had brought 2 spoons for them
So
to
this is what
eat.
happened, right? A random lady
And
just tweeted that. A random lady just tweeted that. Oh, a woman wakes up like every 5 a.m. to cook for her husband. Then this lady in
mm,
particular, who is now the recipient of all these great things, she now said, that ever since her husband told her that his female colleague brings 2 spoons so they can eat together at the office, she has been waking up
mm-hmm.
4:30 a.m. to cook for him. And you know Nigeria, you know Nigerian Twitter. That is that word, that act of service. It just pissed a lot of people. I
Mm-hmm.
would say it pissed a lot of, it intrigued a lot of people from both sides of the argument. Right
Honestly.
now, a few investigators now found her old tweets, or they went to her timeline and now found out that she's not from like she's not from like a well-to-do. Their situation is not like well-to-do, right? Like you know that they didn't really have money. And I think a few
Mm-hmm.
days earlier, she had put out a bank account on Twitter, hoping that somebody can just give her money for like a fridge or freezer or maybe new bed or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
men now found that tweet and said, you know what? Let's bless this lady. And that's how it started. It just started growing. It growing. Now, even brands, is it ITEL or one of these telephone companies, they've donated
Mm-hmm.
phone for her and her husband. Like,
Wow.
yeah, look, it's
See,
ridiculous right now. I'm like,
is how
now wow,
is how Nigerians rally around really quickly when we want to get
yeah.
something done.
But
When
that's
we
also caused
actually want to get something done.
a lot of back and forth on the on Twitter also. So.
Okay, how so?
Hmm. Let me be very nice. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I don't do. So when she made that tweet, a few
Mm-hmm.
people, I don't want to mention, they know themselves. They know themselves. The aunties of
Mm-hmm.
Twitter came out to start saying, "No, servitude, blue, 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 blah, 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 blah." And then came out and said, "What is wrong? You doing an act of service in a relationship? Like it is give and take. That you don't know what her husband is doing. Also, there's an act of service to her." And the argument started. And I think that's when we triggered, oh, let's even donate and help this woman and everything. And as the money was swelling, people were still pissed and everything. So both sides were still
Mm-hmm.
arguing that this is wrong, blah, 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 blah. I started seeing stuff like cis Nigerian women, hetero Nigerian women, all this big English where I don't left for Corona school. And I'm like,
My God.
God will help you people. This woman is
I
okay. Her
love
family
it.
is okay now. They've been helped out by good Nigerians, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yes, so um so here's the thing. I think I've already sworn on this podcast and even in real life that I will not be having feminist conversations anymore. Not
Okay.
because I do not I lack the nuance too, but because there's sometimes not there's no point because there's some things
Yeah,
that there's a
just reaction the same old thing.
do you understand what I mean? There's and I think that to this one perspective, there are many perspectives, right? To this
Oh
one
yeah.
term, or to this one term, there are many perspectives. And I think that because I'm also not active, especially on Twitter, social media is in general, but like especially on Twitter, I don't like to have the argument because people always like try to refer me. Oh, but on Twitter, I don't know. Like really, I'm not there, so I don't know what has been said and whatever that person's reality is. But what I will say for a fact is this: if it is not the woman who decides to do it, then she can definitely have an opinion about it. Do you get what I mean? So I think that majorly that's what this is about, right? That it should not be imposed by somebody else. It should be
Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't
I want
imposed for what she tweeted. Yeah,
exactly. Do you know what I mean? But like again, written text can be misconstrued, and then it
very well.
opens itself up. It opens itself up to many, many, many
Interpretations
uh
based off your belief.
exactly. So, I mean, to each their own. Find out what works for you and stick there. Somebody today, I met this guy during the holiday, and then he said the first question he asked me was, "Ugochi, are you a feminist?" And I said yes. And I was like, that means you're not submissive. And I'm like, guy, be serious. Like, just be serious. First of all,
That's
like,
so early in the
no,
new year.
do you understand? Like just early. See, I've been receiving a lot of basketballs, but it be like say really, really. I know the agree. It's just that mentally, I'm not at the point where I want to be or I need to be.
Yeah,
But like, I don't. I was at him. I was like, huh? Please, my dear, don't let me voice for you just now. Don't let me. and I need people to understand that like submissiveness is a byproduct of being treated right in general, whether you're male or female.
yeah, that's true.
When yeah, if you're treated right, nobody needs to force you to be submissive. And I hate when that's the conversation. He'll be like, next thing he says is that that means you'll not be able to cook for your husband, though. You'll not be able. God.
That has been a
I say,
trending topic on every radio station. God help us.
see, I'm really tired. I'm really tired at the fact that this how we have commonized the full experience of women being underrepresented. We have commonized it to food and being
They say there's hunger
submissive
in
in
the
the
land. We go to there's hunger in the land. There's famine.
I beg farming day, but then again, no be woman
All
they make the
these
rice.
low level conversations we're having on our media space, if
Yeah.
the so-called progressives are always on Twitter and everything now boils down to one Saturday, one Sunday, cooking is
Mm.
trending. What is is there any other thing in the society that bothers you that you shall talk about? But it's always food, a
See,
fundamental basic human action. Food.
do you get what I mean?
Ah,
No, like, and I don't know why it's such a hot topic. Why food is such a hot topic when it comes to women. Like, and I think at this point, when I hear men who say, "Oh, you'll not be able to cook," for instance, I'm just like, why now? Why? But like
you
that's
could have
it's
done
bigger
better.
than do you understand what I mean? It's way larger than that. We're talking about more tears and fierce positioning and representation. You are talking about food. So there are no male there are no male chefs. Do you get what I mean? Are there no
No,
men that cook?
Idabasi has shown us that there's only one gender for chef.
It's only women that cook. A bit okay, okay,
Yes.
all right. I mean, if that's what we're trying to get at, that's fine. But
In a
like
relationship,
again,
in a relationship.
it's not the woman's burden or cross to bear to be like attending to certain things. Now, if you get money now, you really honestly feel saying na food una go they talk about. Really,
Leave them now.
really. Do you know?
Me too.
I'm. What happened?
No, continue. Look at my phone for
I'm
something.
I'm really, 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 really not going to be having like feminist conversations in general because especially with people who understand their own level of like understand or have deduced their own meaning of feminism from social media. Please have actual conversations actually because this thing what we're talking about here is actually a problem that women actually face. Underrepresentation in different varying tautology in varying sectors of our life as we are in the 21st century. A lot of women are largely underrepresented across board. So if it's not a conversation where it's going to be progressive and productive, don't even stress. Don't try to don't try to minimize the conversation with like small things, or like take the words of somebody on social media without like doing your own findings or creating your own opinions. I think that's another thing that really disturbs us a lot in Nigeria, is the herd mentality. We follow
Yes,
one
somebody said
idea.
something, so we must carry it on our head.
Do you understand what I mean? Like create your own. I mean, I think 2024, let us all be charged with creating our own thought processes. You are a full thinking, resourceful being. Create your own thought processes. Don't come at people with whatever it is that, and besides, I can be wrong today, right? I can be wrong today. And as I learn and I expose myself to more information, I am free and at will to grow. That is life. Unlearning, relearning, how do you say it? Learning, unlearning, and relearning. Just keep the circle going. Don't like try to break it with your one-sided opinions that you're stuck. Some people have the same information from 20 years ago. Yes, our educational system is being shot at while I say this. But however, please, like, just the internet is wide and vast. Open it, like educate yourself about things. Don't just like be saying something all the time and then trying to work people's codes just to suit your own, your own thoughts or ideas. I think that's where I'm going to just leave it at, Mary.
Okay.
But I
So
mean,
a
I'm going
young
to tell my
lady,
problems on social
yeah,
media,
continue.
and
What
I'm
do
going
you
to
say?
tell my problems on social media just in case I get money.
On our
You
true,
know, you have
because you
to.
never know.
I
Yeah.
we need to start talking about the things that we really need. Maybe
Close
2024.
mouths, close mouths don't get fed. Open
Listen,
your mouth.
listen. 2024, 234 essential. We're going to be opening our mouths. We're going to be
Well,
talking
well.
about the things that we need for progressive growth of this podcast,
Yeah.
especially.
We need to record the podcast at Ilashe or somewhere, one private beach resort.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes, yes. Just for the
Who-
for inspiration.
For the culture, for the
Mm.
culture. How can we be close to? We're in a border city, and we're
Maybe
not close to the water. Telling you
yeah,
guys about the reality of life from there. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah,
So there's
yeah.
this lady, her name is Banke, and she gave a wonderful. This to me is the best Twitter thread about this whole
Mhm.
event because this is humor. This is a very humorous thread. So please, everybody, just follow me. Her first tweet said, "What if you find out your husband has his own spoon in his locker, and he collects one tospi from each other from everybody's lunch bag?" First of all, I've not heard of tospi in a long time.
Oh my word.
Tospi is when you Tospi is when you want to play table tennis. Why did you bring Tospi into this? So what if you find out your husband has his own spoon in his locker and he collects one Tospi from everybody's lunch pack? That's fine.
See.
Moving on. She now said he rotates it every week. One spoon of carbs from guys in accounting, protein from the ladies in marketing. Every time they see him coming, they throw their big pieces of meat in their mouths. Huh. Yeah. Actually, I think we all know people
Oh,
like this. We've all seen we all know one person like this that we worked with before. That when you're eating, you
listen.
just on moment chop quick. This guy will come beg again. He will come beg.
See.
Yeah,
What I would say is that my friends at work, my work
yeah.
friends, I will be very honest. If they get protein for their food, I dey chop am. That's what they go for.
Eh,
Shout out,
the thing is,
shout
I think this applies to like married men who just like putting their
see,
spoon. They'll bring out that spoon from their drawer. They're not,
hmm,
they're not-
see, biggest shout out to Shewa and Oyin when I was working at. I mean, I don't know if I want to give any props to the company right now, but like at my
yeah, we
former
get
employment,
understand. Yeah,
see, no, no, no. We first of all we used to eat each other's food, but Shay see the protein. It's very important that it must be tasted to know
it must be.
what you understand the capacity of the food. But I mean, not random people in the office or anything. But yeah, my office guys for sure, for sure. And yeah, my HR Wally, shout out to Wally
All right.
at
So
the
the
time.
lady goes on to say, when dishing their food when dishing their food in the park, they throw in one tiny piece of meat for him. Say this is one for one day, one spoon. You know what I mean?
See,
Sometimes they complain they packed a very light lunch, and he assures them that he's a man of his word. I will not go beyond one spoon. Oh, it's tough out there, man. It's tough out there.
listen, it's so tough. See,
Oh,
one day one spoon.
one day
He
one
probably no
spoon.
get house.
You
Is what
don't
is the
get.
name? You
So
understand?
it's applying 001. But in
Do
that
you
afternoon,
get?
the hunger have hooked him where that almost dizzy. So he needs something to counterbalance the hunger. He needs something to counterbalance the hunger before he faints.
It needs fuel to keep the movement going.
And
It
you know that
needs
the
it.
office is in. The office they hired him in. They don't have a chemo. If he face
Do
like
you
this,
understand?
someone now pure water they go use wake up. Let the guy eat, please. Uh,
Do you get what I mean? But real time, Sha, that shit can be annoying. I know
no,
for a
it can, it
fact.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it can be annoying, but like you guys, maybe people should offer to be buying him food. No, one day is a
Yes.
single guy, evidently, and he can't wake up
Somebody,
by 4:30 in the morning to cook his own meals.
no,
So might
4:30 is
as
jumping
well.
boss. He's already jumping boss by
You
4:30.
understand? He's already on the grind. So you
So
guys, please extend love to your co-workers.
yeah. So the story goes. Sometimes he shows up when a colleague has finished their own lunch, and he goes, "Oh, okay. What are you bringing tomorrow?"
Something to expect.
You don't forget the guy 001. He has to go and buy gala and pure water now. Just everybody. Why? Then this is the last one. This is the one that killed me.
Tell me.
Sometimes he shares his observations with food still in his mouth. Sumbo, it's like you don't like pepper like before. Shotini also.
But this guy is fun. He
I'm
is
dead.
happy.
And I know people like this. They're like, oh no, this food sauce what they do. No, they what they cook out for
Oh
you.
my
Tell the person that there's no
god.
salt. There's no salt. I'm like, I'll talk my own food again. You're giving me feedback and criticism. Now
See,
wow.
or you go say no be you. It be like say no be you cook this food. I mean, are you? You know,
They say
taste
that
like
you
your food. Though.
no 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 no. You know do well. You know do well.
I love
More.
it.
It's too
I
much.
love
Please.
it.
Yeah.
You need to have feedback ready, armed and ready with feedback because how can it be taste? And guess what? This guy is doing he's doing the Lord's work at this point
Yes,
because
it's
how
giving
else?
feedback. So to make it good
Do you
now.
know what I mean? Please, I beg, if una fit, they feed one day one spoon. That would be great. However, one
Please,
day
just
one spoon.
one. It doesn't take more than one spoon and one meat.
Do you understand? However, one day one spoon pachanyagi because your colleagues are complaining. So try in this year 2024. No grief for anybody.
No grief for
Cook or
anybody.
buy.
Oh.
Do you understand? Cook or buy food and take it to work. Better
Yeah.
still. But yeah.
Shout out to one
Uh,
day one spoon. Okay, so because the food matter that is disturbing the whole of Nigeria right now. What else do we have to talk about? Okay, plans for 2024.
yeah. Do you want me to go first, or should we, or do you
You
want to
should
go
go first. You
first?
should go first.
Okay, so I'll give a recap. If I remember perfectly, I think I remember somewhat clearly how we started 2023. I didn't have any goals for 2023. I think this time I'm going to start ushering my 2024 goals. I didn't have any goals for 2023, not for a lack of not being aspirational, but I don't know. I had come into the new year with with a lot of um let me say realization. And I just knew that, you know what, I don't know how this year is going to go, but I know that I want to be happy and I want to spend more time with family, which I did. So yes, I did get my 2023 goals, all of it, thankfully. Um and I think that 2024 might not be any different. Um, I think that I'm at a point in my life where I am at major crossroads for many reasons. So for 2024, I think that, not I think, I believe that, um, I don't know, maybe during the course of the year, I will definitely have more defined goals. Mm-mm. Let me not put it that way, because I think I already have certain defined goals already. But because of what I am feeling currently and the headspace that I am in, I did mention earlier, honestly, that I don't think I'm in my best place. I don't think I'm performing at optimal. Not because of anything in particular. I think it's just a lot of newness, a lot of new terrain, new drive, new focus. And with new comes is challenges. The challenge of navigating the unknown to find the known, or to, or break past and achieve way and be above and beyond. So that being said, my goals for 2024 are simple. First and top of the list is happiness. I want to prioritize my happiness. Many times we see, I know that we have put up a lot of posts. Oh, I want ease, I want softness. In all of that, I want happiness just encapsulated. And whatever happiness looks like for me in 2024, I'm going to go for it. I think that I'm no, I think I take that back. 2024, I want to prioritize myself. Um and the things that concern me. I don't I think that many in the past, not I think again. In the past I have placed other people's interests before mine, and I'm tired, sick and tired of it. If I don't want it, then I don't want it. So I'm manifesting that softness and that ease that comes with being happy. That's one. Two, I really want to be successful at all my endeavors. Um I currently have a 9 to 5. If you follow me on socials, you already know where I work my 9 to 5. I would eventually say it on 234. I haven't just gotten around to mentally bring myself into it, I guess. But I mean, that's not what it is essentially. But yeah, I'll explain at some point. My 9 to 5, 234 essential, and my consultancy. I really want to ensure that I'm able to have a steady flow of these three things. What is happening right now is that one is overlapping the remaining two, and is affecting productivity on all fronts. I don't particularly like that. And I really hope that as the year goes on, I'm able to create a clear definition between these three things, while also maintaining my happiness goal. Because sometimes I can be very if you know me as a person, I can be I live in my head a lot, and I can be encumbered a lot with that, and then forget to live a little, like actually exist and like have fun. That's what is happening. I know it doesn't look like that on social media, but if you know me, I'm pretty much always indoors. Pretty much always indoors. I'm not really an outsider anymore. There was a time in my life when I used to be, but not that anymore. And I want, above everything else, to have the sweetest, most intimate relationships with family and friends. It remains the same. I think these are my three goals for I said I think again. These are my three goals currently as of today, the 7th of January 2024. These are my goals for the year 2024. I know that as the year progresses, I mean, this is a leap year, so 366 days. Um and the leap year is also, it's a spiritual one as well, but hey, we're not going into that right now. I really feel a lot of amazing things in the horizon coming for myself, as well as the people around me, but most importantly for myself. And I want to ensure that I tap into it, and I maximize it to the best of my abilities. One goal for me is not about fame. One goal for me is about integrity. I really want my name to be attached to a lot of integrity. And me saying this on 234 is really me calling it and manifesting it. If I don't, if I keep saying it to myself, it's just that thing where I'm saying to myself, but I'm holding myself accountable for this. And really, really, I no one grief for anybody 2024. I no go grief for anybody, whoever 2024. I might not be there right now, but it's definitely WIP. So we on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Ayo, give us. Tell
Um.
us.
So I think on the I think on the 21st or on the 31st actually, I
Mm-hmm.
had one of my, what do you call them, journals, and I decided to write things I was thankful for in
Mm-hmm.
2023, then things
Mm-hmm.
I plan to achieve in 2024. Or I think a summary of it is more of exposure, putting myself out there, and personal branding. I think those are the three things that cover up the arc of what I want to achieve in
Mm-hmm.
2024. So it's more
Yeah.
of like vision board, mood board, things to work on, things I want to achieve. How do I achieve them? The long term plan, evaluation is really, really like
Mm-hmm.
broken down into like stages and everything. And it's just me putting myself out there more as a brand, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how
Mm-hmm.
I appear, what I do on social media, all that stuff. I had to break it down into tiny, tiny, tiny bits. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope to judiciously follow it from this January. Yeah, at the second week in
Amen.
January, sir. What do you say?
Amen. I
Yeah,
said
so
amen.
yeah.
See, I think that there's something you just mentioned that I think is also very important, which is creating timelines. Or strategies into what it is that we want to achieve. I don't have that granular breakdown right now. I just know that in certain months I want to do certain things. I told
yeah.
myself that by December of last year I was going to have registered um my consultancy and all of that, but I wasn't able to meet that because bills were billing, and I had
Mm-hmm.
to like redirect a lot of other funds into other things. Yes, not a lot of money to register a business. However, there were other things that I also wanted to do in relation to just even building that brand for sure. I mean, I think it's important that we put out our own personal stories ourselves. If you leave people to write your stories, they will miss it. They might
Yeah,
not tell it as
definitely.
nice. Do you understand? So yeah, there's going to definitely be a lot of that this year, and I see that in that way, I are probably aligned on our 2024 goals.
Yeah,
Um, I think I'm going to hold you accountable. Please as well hold me accountable for this.
definitely.
Uh,
Yeah.
even if you no ask me, say me if I will carry my problem, can't give you. If you ask me that, you guys real time, I think that in this IO and nice friendship, I am the friend that's unprovoked. I tell it all,
You shoot it
literally.
straight.
Whether see whether Ayo is in the mood, whether he wants to hear, whether he doesn't want to hear, I just call and I just start to tell him all my problems. So yeah, more of that 2024. You're gonna be hearing it. And please
Definitely.
hold me accountable for the things that I've said here today, because I beg this greatness it must be achieved though. As we
It
never
has to be. It
as we
has to be.
you know, make we the rough arm small small. Make as we the enter streets, make we the enter streets with clear eye. Make we shine our eye where. That's what it is. So yeah. I mean, and for people who don't have like 2024 goals right now, I don't think that don't be pressured.
Yeah, just
Don't
take
be
your
pressured
time.
to have one. Yeah. Take your time, and I think this is the part I missed. Above all, my biggest prayer for 2024 is that I am in perfect alignment with the will of God.
Mm,
Because many times we feel like we know what we want, and so we're gunning for that thing, and then that's where disappointment comes, right? But I don't want to be disappointed in 2024. I really have handed, in fact, all these plans I have said, if where in the app that I write like my prayer points, this is what it is for 2024. Above all, I want to be in perfect alignment with the will of God for my life. um because I don't really try am, and I don't really see I know Sabi. I don't know anything really. I can't determine. This is even like circling back to what Toyosi had even said in her fan mail. We think that we know the end, but we know nothing. Yes, we keep trying and we keep pushing, but it is the will of God that will prevail. Facts. So the prayer where I get like this for this 2024, if I tell you I suppose not open church by now. Normally, I should have
preach
been sleeping, you understand? Because I am made aware by the word of God that the heart of kings is in the hand of God, and He turns them whichever way He pleases. And me, I just know that that God who has the heart of kings in His hand, I want Him to take control of my life because I know fit. I know fit again. I'm really tired. I think this is where my mental strain is the one coming from. I'm tired, you know. But yeah, that is it for me and my 2024.
Yeah. So
If you're if you guys are encouraged, you know, or something, please send us fan mail and let us know what your goals for 2024 are. Let us also know how your 2023 went with the goals that you set for yourself. Give us the gist. Don't worry, it's a safe space. I know it sounds like predator language, but like, yes, this is a safe space. But yeah, do you have anything to add to your 2024?
nope, nothing, nothing more. If I think of something, I will say it in a subsequent episode.
Exactly,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Today we have release therapy.
See, I was so happy when I saw that
Yeah.
because Otego, it's been a
Mm.
while.
It's been a while. So will you do the honors, please?
Yes, 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 yes. So, release therapy. Of course, we've not heard from the Daddy Gio himself,
Yeah.
Esquire,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the CBIC in a minute. I have not been talking about CBIC. What's happening? Is it
Fashola,
because Phil left?
Sanwo-Olu wants to go and demolish our ministry. So we're
Mm-mm.
looking for a
How
new
dare
plot of land. We're looking for a new
you
plot
guys
of
are not?
land.
People are not
He said
charging
we're
him
not
to
in the.
court.
He said we're not in the master plan. I don't say okay.
What? Unacceptable. A big
All right.
establishment doesn't know what CBIC can do for the nation.
He's joking. You should just thank God that he has been elected again.
Please don't kill me. So Daddy Go, this person, this person has a lot to unpack here. So the person will be sorting your opinion. I don't know whether it's Nana that put this extra here. Say release therapy, trauma, the Igbos, and love,
I
or
think
is it
it's
the
from the.
Igbos?
I think it's from the person.
Okay, so the person's name is this is a mail or a message from the Black Wolf. It
Mm-mm.
says hi to
Lord of the Ring, Game of Thrones.
Wahalord. Do you understand? It says hi 234 tribe. It's OC here. To Inyom. Is that what it means? I don't know what that word is.
I
So
don't
our
know.
Inyom of 234 Republic, I greet you specifically, and to the Daddy Geo of CBIC, by your mandate we shall stand. Oshe, make
Mm.
Tinubu no catch all of Asha. First, first of all, I love you guys. We love you too. I mean, since I became a tribe member, I'm always looking to forward to a new episode. Also, great job to Nana and all the Global Village crew behind the scenes, and I greet you all specially. This is going to be a long one. I'll suggest you grab a glass, and he puts like a martini glass right there, emoji of rosé, and send the bill. I'll pay. Aya now, ayo. Nana, please, on our next recording, we're going to be drinking rosé, make pictures, make videos. We're going to send it to this person so that he can actually pay because I'm in the mood for that alcohol, really. And the person says, but honestly, this release therapy should have been titled Survival. Survival isn't enough. But all of us are survivalists inside this movie called Nigeria. Now, down to the matter at hand, you know that the verse of the Bible, Proverbs 14, verse 1 to 25, where they wrote that a wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. Omo, I just can't see past that with my mom.
I will.
First of all, see, Mama Gogole, to God, I beg. First of all, I'm not a misogynist. I love women. I love women, I guess, like 100%. I seem I seem like the only 25-year-old with with mommy issues. Now, here's how it started. You know that saying that the first 4 to 8 years of a child, I think of a child's life, you wanted to write, of a child are the most important in teaching and laying foundational values and habits for them. Omo, ours was full of chaos, domestic violence, zero love, abusive relationships, and fake fronting, especially from my mom's side. Don't get me wrong, my dad wasn't the best of sense, according to her. One of his major faults was that I loved his second family more. parental home where, in brackets, parental home where he was birthed from, close brackets. Technically, he he's the only one who independently made it out of poverty with zero education and connections. He personally taught himself how to read to the point where he was a leader of the prayer warrior charismatic group in the Catholic Church, open brackets, an alpha male. Back to my mom's. The only thing we were fed mentally as infants was how our dad loved us less, and how she's the man of the house, which I doubt till date. Like, bro, my father was someone whose sibling died of hunger. Okay, whose siblings died of hunger during the Biafran War. So he took it as his life's mission not to let any of his family starve. However, balancing the scale of black tax and all, which led him going into food stocks and selling grains for over 40 years now, from the north to north central of the country, which till this day made him an excellent chef I've ever witnessed. Okay. According to my mom, they never had courtship. He was just from their favorite, cause he was once just one of their favorite customers at the restaurant her and her mom ran when they came down from Cameroon. Yeah, my mom was birthed there, but she's Igbo. I can vividly remember when she told us that they want her not to marry my dad because he doesn't joke with taking care of his mom, in brackets, which my in my response wasn't, if isn't that a good thing? Bro, my mom from childhood will always say I got very high taste. Was the first to body shame me. I hated her throughout my teenage years because I'm a photocopy facially of my dad, but with her perfectionist character, which pushed me into self development and all. I'm in the best shape ever right now. Imagine before turning 21, when I finally reconciled with my mom, she told me that all her siblings call me the no bullshit boy, a high performer with audacity. 27 years down the line, my siblings, especially the eldest and younger brother, built that wall of resentment, bitterness, and disrespect towards my dad. He can't talk or advise them in any way without leading to disrespect and quarrel. We are just four kids, three boys and a girl, and Ada, in bracket, last born of the house, which I'm not joking with. As soon as I escape from these trenches, I personally have to heal from most of it. I have personally have to heal from most of it, if not all the traumas that I hurt from everyone. I conclude with a self-examine quote: the mindset of it is not the situation but the character. Okay, disclaimer here. First off, this person's writing. I'm sorry right now. There are lots of
Ideas in it. Don't worry.
there are a lot of errors. So I'm trying my best to like feel it with the right word. So I'll take this last paragraph again. I personally have to heal from most of it, if not all the traumas that hurts from everyone, or any so that hurts from anyone. In brackets, I concluded with a self-examined quote, in the mindset of it's not the situation but the character. Not to talk about my parents living in separate rooms inside a three-bedroom flat she built. That's his mom, I'm guessing. Making me wonder why did they what when last they got laid. I grew up seeing my parents share bills, which I loved. They do anything to keep food on the table at most. My dad built our house in the village, in brackets, first in his entire family. My mom built our house in the city, not forgetting me and my brother's prayers when I wasn't even 7 years old that let our parents separate so that someone can take care of me at least. I would have to cut the story short here because this one can be a book. But in conclusion, I might build a wall between myself and my mom and my two brothers, just loving them from afar, because those two guys are the height of everything irresponsible and negative. I truly appreciate you guys for reading the first intro of my book. I just wanted to let it out of my chest. Thank you. Signed, the Black Wolf, setting boundaries before time.
Oh shit.
Great.
That was straight from the Night Watch in Game of Thrones,
Listen.
from the Black Wolf. Um, this one reads more like an African magic story than anything else. I know that there have been. It's not everybody that has like a happy relationship with his mother or her
Mm-hmm.
mother or the parents. Sometimes things have happened along the way where
Yeah.
there's a less than ideal relationship between parent and sibling, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a traumatic and toxic situation there which affects obviously the children. What
Mm-hmm.
I can say this one is that you have a lot to unpack, and this has to go
Mm-hmm.
to the highest of highest professionals. And like we say all this time, man, you have to just go for therapy because this one really takes skill because it's not easy for a child to say he doesn't like his parents. It's very something
Mm-hmm.
must have happened that is very extreme and it has been continuous over time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there has been repeated actions over and over and over again. So for you to unpack all this, because when obviously you get married, you might know that you carry this trauma along and you start behaving like your mom or your dad or whoever, and on your own children, and you not know. It happens all the time. I'm currently reading Elon Musk's autobiography or biography. And
Okay.
what the biographer said is that, or the people around him said that Elon Musk behaves like his father, even though he hates his father. His father
Mm.
is a very toxic human being and everything. But when his
Mm-hmm.
father is very toxic, that kind of toxic behavior, Elon Musk has been known to show traits like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go for therapy because this is how generational trauma moves from one
Mm-hmm.
generation to another. So you need to go for therapy, my guy or my babe. I don't know your gender, but therapy
Mm-hmm.
is essential here. Or else, I don't think you can move forward mentally. Ideally,
Mm-hmm.
that's those are my own 2 cents. So therapy is key at the end of the day, and also know that your parents, even though we also have parents as mini gods, they are human beings who are deeply flawed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and maybe at that situation or that time you came into their life, it wasn't the best of times for them. I know a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people that say, oh, that their parents were very strict and mean to them when they're growing up, but once they had
Mm-hmm.
grandchildren, the way they treat the grandchildren, they always wonder that is it the same parent I grew up with? So
You
you
get.
never know what might happen. Your parents are not also perfect at the end of the day. I think you
Mm-hmm.
must
Mm-hmm.
give that leeway to understand these people are not perfect. Maybe they're understanding it. They are just winging it as they go by. So you need therapy. You
Exactly.
also need that compassion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are my 2 points.
I completely agree with you, Ayo. I think that this person evidently is really sad
Yeah.
about how himself and his siblings were raised. And I think that it's also okay to pull away from family when it's becoming too toxic. Yeah, you cannot help when you're not also in a good place. You cannot extend a hand if you're not on on solid foundation, so to speak. So yeah, take a break from family, understand what's going on with you, decipher what it is that you want to do so that you're of clearer head and you know how you can help them. However, as I rightly said, our parents are human beings as flawed. I always tell people that your children are not you. So because I think especially in Nigeria, when we give it to children, it'll be like, this my child will be like this. We try to lay our extensions or failed ambitions or unachieved goals on our kids. Your children are not you. Same way your parents are also not you. They have their own experiences that have formed the decision, or if that influence the decisions that they make about their life currently. I'll say that the relationship between um this person and his family might not be the best. However, um there's always room for to extend love. I'll give like a personal somewhat of a personal perspective to this. um I think that there's always been love at home for me till today. If I ever feel lost, there's always been love. There's love at home. However, I'm not going to say like the relationship with myself and every member of my family has been great, but it took conscious efforts for us to walk ourselves back to where we wanted to be. And I think that that's what it just needs to be for your own family. I don't know where the disconnect is coming from in your family or anything, but seek therapy and be prayerful, right? There's nothing prayer cannot change. I tell you for free. There's nothing prayer cannot do. Your mother is obviously hurting from some things that she's not speaking about, and your father can't just even be bothered to try to clear those things apparently, and then your siblings have championed that war for both your parents. I don't know why children do that, but like, your parents are adults, they can figure it out, really. Like, set your own goals and like go on your own path. Doesn't mean that you not try to help your parents, but like, that's about it. You don't be carrying their fight for them, because at the end of the day, they know when they will settle, and you probably won't be part of that process. So yeah, and forgive them. If they knew better, they'll act better. So yeah, just
Yes,
try.
so
Ex- Extend grace.
last.
You understand?
Yeah. Thank you
But yeah,
for your release therapy. For other people who want to send their
honestly.
release therapy, just family at 234essential.com and we'll read it and treat
Mhm.
it on the next episode or the subsequent episode.
Oh.
Wrapping things up, let's start with flop of the week. Now, after this man I want to talk about has been running for a certain position since 1993. Many of you listening to this was not well, you're not alive back then. You are not born. This man has continued to graciously fail at every point. Sometimes he doesn't even pass the primary of his political party.
Mhm.
This last election, he was second, and he decided to disturb all of us and take the case all the way to the Supreme Court, where they give him Ella. Now, barely 1 year into this new administration, the man came out to say he's going to run again in 2027.
Love
Atiku
it.
Abubakar, what have we done wrong in this country? What more do you want? What Oga?
Vi-
It is already,
Imagine.
if Nigeria and a woman, you just don't get the hint by now. We no want do not by force, not by force. Oga, we no want do. Leave us alone.
By force, so it's
Why
by
does he
force.
want to
You
run
must
again in
break.
2027? Why? And I don't even blame him. I blame PDP because PDP will once again fumble it and give him the party ticket.
But because I think he's their strongest candidate one, or is he the candidate with the most money or clout?
He's the
Which one
candidate
is
with the
it?
most money.
Exactly.
If they are giving Obi that ticket in PDP, Obi would have been
Mm-hmm.
president, hands down.
Feb. See,
Yes.
let me tell you the truth. I
See,
feel. I feel. I
with
don't. I
PDP's
don't feel very
power,
strong.
with PDP's power, would have won.
I don't know why I don't feel very strongly about PDP right now, especially just looking at their performance in this past election 2023. They gave
They
up
had
too
6 million.
quickly.
They have 6 million. If we had Obi 6 million, that's 12 million. Say pata 2 million people don't vote. They have 10 million. He would have won.
But see,
But they were just greedy.
well,
That's my problem with PDP. Greedy and backward people.
that's it all. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts on facts. But our Peter Obi couldn't he didn't want to stay with the lot. He decided to break out.
Because he knew what they were
And
going
like
to do. He knew they were going to give it to
just
Atiku. So he just there to bounce.
exactly.
Atiku, please, you're
Exactly.
old enough. Go and play with your grandchildren. Eh? You've lived a very wonderful and colorful life. Enjoy retirement, please. We are begging you.
See,
We are begging you.
as Asuku is giving, as long as there is life, there is hope vibes. That's what
Um,
he's giving.
okay.
He's hopeful.
Well,
He's
like say
very hopeful.
you want to chop disgrace again. Eh? I don't
Hmm.
understand. You did VP for 8 years. I don't know what you want to what more do you want again, please, Mr. Man.
Failure is feedback, and feedback is progression.
He's not progressing here. He should go and stay in his house.
Oh my word!
Okay,
But
let's
yeah, I
jump
think
into
so.
pop of the week. And let me start this pop of the week with one song. It's a very popular song. Go to my know this song.
You know,
It's
let's
called
go.
One B.
I've heard
One
it.
B. Now you know that song. That song, One B is a very popular Igbo high life song. It was
Oh,
released a few years ago. I love that
yes.
song. I heard it in the
One
office
one
one day.
billion.
I had it one day and they were like, please turn that shit off. This is hard. What the fuck is this, man? I had to go and watch the music video again, Seth. The song is like 30 minutes long in true high life
Honestly,
fashion. Yeah, but
shout out to my Igbo brothers.
So this song now is dedicated to the only one, the first of her name, the only one.
Mm.
Top three
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian, like top three most profitable Nigerian films of all time, or highest grossing. She's in the top three.
Mm.
But we're talking about the latest one, and it's called Tribe of Judah. And over the week, he hit
Mm.
1 billion naira
Whoop
in
whoop whoop
box
whoop whoop
office
whoop whoop.
ticket sales. My guy,
No.
please, she deserves every single applause there is to
Do
make.
you get what I mean?
That is not beans at all. At all.
No.
Ah, ah.
That's it.
No, no, no. 1 billion. I know people are saying that yes, inflation has something, something, something has increased the cost of
Yeah.
everything. But what I found out is that she's on her way to even sell more tickets than she sold on the last one. So obviously, this is even a bigger achievement again.
See.
1 billion. Shout out to Fuke Akindele. This woman never stops.
Big
She does not
shout
stop.
out.
Somebody told me
See.
today at the cinema that as at 9 o'clock is the last viewing, like 9:35. People can't find
Mm-hmm.
tickets. It's sold out. It is sold
Wow.
out. I wanted to
Have you
go,
seen
but
Tribal?
I want. I don't. How can I go when there's? I can't even. Where do I want to buy tickets? Unless I go early in the morning and I say I'm buying the one of 9 o'clock in the night. That is the only way I can do that. Because I can't just show up and say, "Oh, please, the next viewing, which is 9, and I'll go there like 8:30." It's impossible. It's
I know. Let's
impossible.
try. Let's try. Let's try to see the movie before our next recording. Let's
I will try,
let's
Sha.
let's give
I
it
will
a
try. I'll
review. So
obviously have to go in the morning and buy tickets for the
yeah.
last viewing at night. That's what I have to do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because a movie
Okay.
that has dropped 1 billion naira, I have to see the movie. I definitely
See
have to see
what?
that movie. Yeah,
No.
she's scattered.
But
You know they're scattered.
no. I think Funke Akindele, to be honest, has really shown us that there are really no limits
Yeah,
to how far and how high a person can go.
yeah.
From her days of I need to know
I need to
to
know
now,
president now.
look at that's consistency at its finest, and the reward of her hard work has final is showing.
Mm-hmm.
As much as it has also blessed more work, but she has also shown us that there's a clear difference to this. I'm not just
Yeah,
doing this for the money, but the passion drives me, and then the money is trickling right in. So like big shout out to Funke
and in
Akindele for
case anybody
this.
doesn't
Now,
know, that Fuke Akindele, basically has single-handedly saved Nigerian cinema because post-COVID, Nigerian cinema has struggled to
yes.
get people back into the cinema
Mm-hmm.
halls, and also because of inflation. Before, people could watch 3 movies in a weekend on the same day at the cinema. Just watch 3 movies, bra bra
Exactly.
bra. Now, more three
Exactly.
movies in a month is hard because it's 7K per ticket now. My guy,
Mm-hmm.
it's not being. So what she has
Man,
done, she has pumped a lot of money and life into Nigerian cinema, and
on God,
this is a woman that deserves a national honor at this point. Just please, just give her.
honestly,
There's no point
honestly,
again. She has tried. That rubbish she wanted to do, say she wanted to go into politics. Please, madam, you are better here
I
in
don't.
Hollywood and impact people. I don't know what you want to do in Alausa. I don't whether you have to be showing film in Alausa. I don't know.
See, I think it's all part of the storytelling. I
Oh,
mean, she
it's just
tried
I knew
it.
it was a gimmick now. I knew it was a gimmick.
Do you
More
feel? I
people
feel like she was actually serious about it.
you're
Maybe she
not
needed
serious,
to
bro.
nail something
More people have
to
showed
that.
up to watch her film than to show up to elect to vote for her. So she should know by now
See,
that please, I know where my money,
honestly,
I know where my strength is. Please leave me alone with politics. I'll manage this one. Thank you very much. But
no,
shout out to Fuki Akindele. Wonderful achievement.
100%. See, this is over 26 years and or 26 years and counting of her acting career, and it's been phenomenal all the way. She has really given us a lot to look at. So yeah, big shout out
Mm.
to honestly to Auntie Funke Akindele, but it was giving pandering vibes. So let me
At
hold
this
that back.
point, let's pan down. If he give us 1 million, let's pan down.
I
Ah,
promise
mm,
you.
mm. Please, please, please,
No,
please. Thank you guys for
but she
listening
don't
to
show us.
us. Yeah, definitely. She has done the
Yeah,
work. Thank you guys for listening
yeah,
to us.
she
It's been a blast. We recorded very,
as
very
well.
early. So we won't do
Mhm,
rush during the week, and we hope you guys enjoyed it.
mhm. Yes, thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Even amidst threats of fuel prices going up, we're keeping it strong. We're keeping the
That
faith going.
1,200, Shango go kill them in the trial. Shango go kill
See,
them.
last, all of us go buy bicycle and we'll keep it
Um,
moving.
Bicycle is 1 million now. Okay.
Hey, the resilient Nigerians are tired of being resilient, but
I mean,
our mumu never reach.
I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Send your family to family@234essential.com.
And follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcast.
Yeah.
Be
And before
kind,
we leave, what is
guys.
the title of this podcast? Before a certain gentleman disturbs our life.
2024. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
What is it going to be?
Open your mouth.
One
That
B.
is
Let me
open your
one
mouth.
B.
Is it one B,
Okay.
please? Is
Let's
it
do
open your
one
mouth?
B.
Okay, okay, one B.
One B.
One B. All right, cool. All
All
right,
right.
guys. Peace out. Thank you.
Be kind. Bye, guys.
Bye.